Hi there, fibrologists. It's Tony from the Fibrology Lab, and welcome to my new sewing room. We have recently moved our home, and now we're in a new place, and it's a little echoey in here, but it's got some great lighting, and it's got some blank walls, and I'm going to do a lot more videos from here. I'm pretty excited, actually. And this is a rough setup. As you can tell, my cat just walked in the door. The door just popped open. Yay for video. Anyway, I am here to share you how we did our Make It, Take It on Saturday. Amazingly, when we sent out our email last week, we had a lot of people who aren't local say, hey, how do we get to learn how to make a jar opener? And I said, or they asked for the patterns, what they asked for. And I don't have a pattern. I just wing it. But there is some logic to it, and it is simple. So get out some pen and paper so you can write these things down, because it's not going to take much. And once you figure it out, you'll be making all these for stocking stuffers, or, canning season's coming up. So it's also something that'd be a nice little gift to add to your top of your canning jars as you pass out those for gifts this summer and fall. So let's get going. We're going to need 4 pieces of material, 4 pieces of items. First, you're going to need a small magnet. That's going to help us to magnetize it to our refrigerator when we're done. You're going to need 2 pieces of fabric. There's cut at 6.5-inch squares, and you're going to need a little piece of rubber shelving. Now, I got this and the magnet at the Dollar Tree store, so that would be the way to go. And this you're going to pull out of your scraps. You have lots of scraps, 6.5 inches. It's perfect size. So what you're gonna do, let's put that magnet to the side. We're gonna create a sandwich with the shelf lining in between, right sides together of our fabric. I'm not gonna do like a full demonstration. I'm not gonna actually make one while I'm doing the video because I want the video short and sweet. Use those Wonder Clips that you have, that I have right here, to help hold it in place as you go to stitch it under the needle. So, and then make sure you leave a 2-inch opening, 2-inch opening. So those are your first couple directions. You need 3 pieces, 1 piece of a shelving liner at 6.5-inch square, 2 pieces of fabric at 6.5-inch square, and a magnet. Then we're going to sew 1/4-inch seam all the way around as we make our sandwich, putting that in the middle and leaving an opening about 2 inches. Once you've done that, voila, we have our little sandwiches that we need to turn inside out. Make sure you clip your corners. That will help make those corners lay flat, and we will be top stitching here in a minute. So when we typically turn things inside out, we like to sit here at the hole and just kind of flip it around. It'll be so much easier if you take this tip. I use a chopstick for my turning tool. I'm going to use the big end of the chopstick for the starting part, and I'm going to push the farthest point away from the hole. And then turn it inside out. It's a lot easier because there's not a lot of bulk by the hole, but once you kind of pull it, it comes right all the way through. You're gonna work it with your fingers. The only problem with this shelving stuff is it kind of is sticky and it kind of sticks to the project. It might take a few minutes for you to flip it around, but once you turn it inside out. And here's the other thing. So I really wanted my sunflower fabric on the outside, not the green. I want the green under the shelving. I'm gonna go back a little bit and flip it. I'm just turning it so the rubber shelving side is actually on the green side. I grabbed the wrong piece when I turned it inside out. But see how easy it is to fix it? It looks like a jumbled mess, but see, now it's on the outside. So I'm gonna pull it open. I'm gonna take my chopstick and run it through and push out my points real quick. Super easy. You could sit down in an hour, make 10 or 15 of these, and you'd be set for Christmas. So we're starting to think Christmas. I know it's 6 months away, but trust me, it's going to be here sooner than you realize. And you're going to be in November thinking, I have to get things done. This is a perfect project to get a whole bunch of them done this month. And then if you last minute for teachers, for your church people, for your neighbors, all sorts of fun things. All right, so now we have our square. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to stitch a diagonal X. Diagonal X, that made no sense. We're going to stitch an X in the center of this. And basically what that does is just tack all those layers down, so when you're opening your jar, it's not going to be sliding all over the place. So you want to put an X. This is my sample I made at the shop when I was messing around, so it looks pretty rough. but you get the idea. So see how I've put the X just in the middle of the pot. It doesn't have to be so big. It can be a little small one. You can even just tack it down if you want to. Up to you. You can put a button in there if you want to. I don't know if I'd put a button though. Now I said that out loud because it'll hurt your hand when you're trying to open a jar. The next step, once you've got your X down, is you're going to slip your magnet into your hole. So we're gonna put that magnet into that hole. Make sure it's in between the fabric and not in between the shelving lining and that fabric piece. Make sure it's in the fabric. Then we're going to seal up that hole by doing a 1/4 inch seam all the way around to secure it. That's it. Bam, done. And this is magnet now, so you can, well, maybe it's not gonna work on my machine, but it will definitely hold on to the refrigerator. Super simple project. You can do it with their kiddos, your grandkids this summer. Something they can make for mom while they're visiting Mimi or grandma, and or just start making them for Christmas. Whip these out, get them done. Easy peasy. So again, you need 2 pieces of fabric at 6.5 inch square, 1 piece of shelving at 6.5 inch square. Oh, a tip. I forgot a couple tips. When you are sewing this on this side with these X's, make sure you have the rubber sides facing up because it'll be easier for your walking foot to grab it. I do recommend a walking foot with this process because of if you just use a regular 8 foot or 1/4 inch foot, it's gonna slide and slip, or it's gonna just stay stuck to the bottom of the foot. So make sure you use your walking foot and just make sure this is facing up. That way the feed dogs underneath aren't chewing it apart. You can kind of control that. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But there you go. There's your jar opener gift idea for the holidays, for the summer gifts, for canning season, whatever you need it for. Watch next month. We'll do another Make It Take It in the shop. But you can come in. All you do is pay $5 and you have a kit and you have a machine set up and we're ready to rock and roll. And then if you aren't local, I'll do another demo video for you guys to enjoy the process as well. If you have any questions, you can call me 865-294-5612 or email me at info@fiberologylab.com. Thank you so much. You guys have a great week. And remember, we are friends, fibers, and fun.